So I recently won gold at the YI Senior Ranking Championship, which was the second round for the Asian Games trials. This was held in Mumbai, Girgaon Chowpatty. It was a really fabulous event. It was one of the toughest conditions I've sailed in, with wind gusts of over 20 knots. So foiling in these conditions can get a little tricky and tough, especially with the big waves and the rough sea. So it was definitely a tricky condition for me to sail in. But overall, it was a good event. I've learned a lot from this event. The event's name is Sail India 2023. It was the first event of the year for us. We had over 199 participants from all over India. In the IQ foil category, we had a good amount of participants as well.
Okay. Yes. So what was the result?
So I finished first in this event. This was the second round of qualifying. I won the first and now the second event.
Okay. So what's your next step now?
We have the third round, which is the final round for qualifications. We have it just very soon, actually. In the next 10 days, we have the third round of qualifying. These events I've prepared extremely hard for. I've trained extremely hard for these events by working out 2 times a day. So I've put in the hard work, and thankfully it is, it is showing. It was very hard for me to do these events back to back, especially for an athlete. You need enough time to recover and rest, but we're not getting much time between the second and third round of qualifying, but we will do our best for sure.
So what's your next future? Basically, is it your sporting is your career, or you have something else?
Well, sporting is my career right now, because I spend so much time in the water. I'm spending so much time. Actually, the last 10 years I've dedicated to this sport. And the next couple of years also, I intend on doing the same. I want to take Goa to the international platform. This is just the beginning for me. I want this sport to be well known like other sports. I want this sport to be promoted in Goa. For example, we all know about cricket and football and tennis and hockey, but windsurfing is a sport that has always been sidelined. And in a beautiful state like Goa with the beaches, I think this sport should be promoted as well. It is a completely eco-friendly sport and a very nice, beautiful sport which keeps you connected to nature. So I try my best to get this sport covered in all ways possible in the limelight. And also I plan on getting this sport to the next level in Goa by doing my best, by representing my state and my country.
What's your advice to the youngsters?
So I always give the same advice, to anyone who gets inspired by my interviews. I would always say choose sports in any part of your life. Education, of course, is very important, but sports is equally important. In our household, we've always looked at these two on the same pedestal. Health is wealth. We all believe that in our household, and it is incredibly important to keep yourself focused on a goal in life, especially for the younger generation. I feel they should take on some kind of sports because it helps you build personality. And in the young years, if you have a goal, it is very important. So your mind doesn't get diverted into the wrong things. You're focused, and sports teaches you discipline. So my advice to the young generation is definitely get into some kind of sports.
Start by saying what?
Your name?
So I'm Katya Coelho. I'm a Goan windsurfer, and we've just arrived back home from Mumbai after competing in the second Asian Games trials for the upcoming Asian Games in China.
So how was your journey?
The event didn't go as expected. For me, at least, it was a bit disappointing with the result that I got, because, as you know, that the Asian Games has been postponed to this year from last year, and because of this postponement, the trials that had been concluded, that I'd already won before, had to be done again. and because I missed the first trials due to dengue on the. I had contracted the disease like just a day before the first trials. I couldn't participate, and so it was a bit disappointing that I couldn't recover well in time to do my best for this event. But it is what it is, and this is a part of the sport. And the next step is the next. I think the third and final trial round for the Asian Games selection will be held in Mumbai itself in a week's time, and with hardly any time to prepare, we will obviously give it our best. But being having sailed there now and knowing the conditions, maybe it might be a bit easier. But comparing this last event that just concluded, the problems that I was facing during the races were problems that were a bit out of my control. It was not to do with preparation as much as it was to do with obstacles in the water, things that shouldn't have been a problem on the race course. For example, for a couple of the races, I remember that there were fishing lines very in close proximity to the racing area, which is not only very dangerous but also did cost me a few places in some of the races. So, like I said, it is what it is, and hopefully these mistakes will be taken into consideration by the organizing authority for the upcoming event, and we should have a better regatta.
So how is the training going on for the next?
We just got back last night, and we just have a day off today, and we will start training again, preparing from tomorrow, and then we fly to Mumbai again and give our best for the last and final trials.
Okay, what do you want to say about this game now?
Sailing is a very I don't know what's the best word I can use to describe it, but this is a sport that I've grown up with. I've been doing this for all my life under the mentorship of my father, and he has basically taught me everything I know. And my parents are the main reason why I managed to get all the international exposure that I could get, and why I am at this level today is because collectively it was our main ambition to make a name for the country, put India on the map, for windsurfer Goa on the map, and to make a name for myself. This is my dream, and this is one of the main reasons I do what I do, and I have been doing for all these years.